Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got ourselves a Dominaria United collector booster box with a dented corner. So let's crack it open, see if we can find any value in here. Everything's kind of sealed and whatnot. I think most people are kind of over Dominaria, but I've got a box, I've got a Monday, and I'm going to share it with you all. And we'll run the numbers and we'll see if there's still any value in these things. So we'll pull out our non-valuable box topper and our 12 packs here. So I say non-valuable because unless you've been living under a rock, these are uncommons and rares coming from the Commander set, which have been printed to oblivion. Every single box of Dominaria has one of these, and there's just no value in it. So we are going to see a rare. We're going to see Hazen, Shaper of Sand, coming in here as our box topper. Yeah, not even worth $1, I don't think. All right, I'll put it down. But I will put it on the screen so that way you can be aware of all the prices, as I will for every single pack. So let's crack these open, and let's see, I don't know, if we can find ourselves a Lost Legends. So we got ourselves a Smash to Dust, a Charismatic Vanguard, followed by an Impulse, Contaminated Aquifer, Neshoba Brawler, followed by a Nael, a Vizoya Aeronaut, and our Foil Island. So I believe these still hold some value, just not quite where they used to be. Then we got a Rada Coalition Warlord coming in as our textured foil, Namada Primeval Warden coming in as our rare. Then we're going to see a Sphinx of Clear Skies, Mythic showing on up here. This is still valued just over $1. Then we got Baird Argivian Recruiter coming in Showcase Foil. Jasmine Boreal from the Commander set in Etched. Tetsuo Imperial Champion also coming in from the Commander set in Etched. Tetsuo does have a little bit of value, just over $1, I think. And then we're going to see an Rarity Resurrected coming in as our rare in Showcase, with a Defiler of Dreams coming in from the main set in Extended Art Foil. A little bit of value there. And then we got ourselves a Soldier and a Monk. All right, so pretty lackluster pack there. Uncommon textured. The only mythic was the Commander card. Just not that much value. So we got a Banalish Faithbonder, Tattered Apparition, Vine Shaper Prodigy, followed by a Snare Spinner, Nael the Storm Runner, Rona's Vortex, and then the Swamp, followed by Elias il-Kor Sadistic Pilgrim, another uncommon in textured. And then we're going to see a Defiler of Flesh coming in from the main set. Mayoria Urborg Haunt coming in from the Commander set. Not a high value. Then we're going to see Rada Coalition Warlord in regular foil. Torwaki from Commander. Rasputin from Commander. Soul of Windgrace coming in as a mythic from the main set. This card, just looking at my list, does have a little bit of value, just over $3. And then we're going to get a see Squee in regular foil. And a Bird Ornithopter in the back. So no home runs yet. Really the only things really to talk about: Sheoldred, Liliana, Joda, if you can find him in textured, does hold some value. That's about it. Maybe a Johnny in Phyrexian, as well as a Legends card that's not a common. So we got ourselves a Mountain here, another uncommon textured foil, the Phasing of Zalfir. We're going to see a Temporary Lockdown coming in as an extended art. Then Raph Weatherlight, Tobias, Hazaron Shaper of Sand. That was our box topper, only this time. All right. That's 3 Hazaron Shaper of Sands. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of them. And then we are going to see Joda coming in here in foil in the end. Joda does have some value, just over $6 in non-foil. So we'll take that in showcase form. So far, not very excited. If I were to spend $15 to $20 on each of these packs, I might be tearing up right now. I bought it, of course, by the box, but I may still be tearing up after I run the analysis. We'll see. All right, so we're going to start things off with the plains here. Then we're going to see Aster, Bearer of Blades in textured. The Sphinx again, this time coming in from the main set in foil, so another mythic hit there. Leaf Crown Visionary coming in an extended art. This is going to be a decent hit from the main set. Zara Afon, Scion of Afara. Tobias again. There's Braids coming in just regular old Showcase. Braids does have a little bit of value in Showcase, more valuable in textured. And then we're going to see a Carplusian Forest and a Valiant Veteran coming in as our extended art with a Saprilling and a Merfolk. All right, so we got ourselves a Tangled Islet, the Hammerhand, the Espionage, the Warbrute, Rada Coalition Warlord, Jin of the Fountain, an Island, and then Barrett Argivian Recruiter, another uncommon textured, Silver Scrutiny, Plaza of Heroes, very good extended art. This is going to be valued over $10 in non-foil. So that's our biggest hit so far. Then we got Queen Alana of Ruddock coming in as, no, not textured, just regular old. And then we got General Marhalt from Commander, Aisha, Tanker Armor from Commander, Orca, Siege Demon from Commander, and then a Keldon Flame Sage coming in an extended art here in the back with a Soldier and a Beast token. All right, pack number 6 here. All right, so we're going to start things off with a Barkweave Crusher, Thrill of Possibility, Banalish Sleeper. Ooh, and we are going to see a legend here. So we're going to see Juxtapose coming in. This is going to be a rare from Legends, valued just around $25. So happy to see that. Let's take a quick moment to inspect it. So that looks like pretty good centering to me, especially for way back in the day. So hooray, I got myself a rare Legends card. Very happy about that. Don't know if we'll get another one. I don't think so. All right, we got a Phyrexian Missionary, Tour Devant, Fury Rider, and a Forest. And we're going to see Danitha, Benalia of Hope, coming in as our textured foil with a Rivaz of the Claw, followed by an Urborg Lagoif, Urg, Spawn of Turg, love the name of that card, Ramirez, Stang, Echo Warrior, Radadrabek of Urborg, and then a Shivan Reef in borderless foil with a bird token in the back and a treasure. So let me just slide that down a little bit so you all can see that. The card looks like it's in pretty darn good shape. A ton of text on that thing. But it's very nice to finally get a rare out of Legends, even if it's not, you know, one of the 6 big hits. All right, we got an Argivian Phalanx, Mesa Cavalier, Goblin Picker, Automatic Librarian, Rona, Cut Down, then a Mountain. Then another uncommon coming in a textured, Czar, Adakar Waste from the main set, followed by a Sarah Redeemer coming in extended art. Sarah Redeemer does have a little bit of value. Then Rona again, Torwaki again, Ragadraga Carekeep Overlord from Commander, followed by Jedit Ojan Mercenary, a mythic from Commander, but not, unfortunately, just not high value because of the way the Commanders were reprinted or printed to oblivion, and then Danitha, Benalia's Hope at the end with a dragon and a soldier in the back. Has anyone ever heard of 2 Lost Legends in the exact same collector box? I've heard of 4 to 5 per case, but I've never seen 2 in a box. So we got a Keldon Strike Team, Heroic Charge, Wooded Ridgeline, Voda Sea Scavenger, Coalition Sky Knight, Senior Connoisseur, an Island, and then Bortuk Bone Rattle, another uncommon textured foil, seeing a theme here. The Raven Man, Then we get ourselves a Defiler of Flesh and, Defiler of Faith, in extended art. A little bit of value. Nael Azoya Aeronaut, followed by Ramirez in texture, with the ever-changing Dane in texture. Now we have a playset of Hazaron, Shaper of Sand, and then Ratadrabak of Urborg in the back with a bird and a merfolk. So Plaza of Heroes and a Juxtapose. Those are the two big hits thus far. I really hope there's something else of value in this box to save us. Sorry about that. All right, we got ourselves a Tolarian Terror, Clockwork Drawbridge, Soaring Drake, Phyrexian Rager, Love Song, Lagamos, and a Swamp. With Rivaz of the Claw. So we got ourselves, I think it's our second rare in the textured foil. Rivaz, just over $1. And then we're going to see a Shivan Devastator. So this is going to be a good hit from the main set, especially in foil. We'll take this mythic. In non-foil, just over $6. And then we're going to see Kardic Soul Kindler coming in from Commander in extended art. Bortuk, followed by the General. Little old Squee. And we're going to see a Phyrexian Ajani coming in here. This is going to be the good one. There are two Phyrexian Ajanis. There's 370 and 371. This is the better one. So that is valued over $10 right now. So put that down there with our Plaza. And then we got ourselves an extended art, temporary lockdown. A little bit of value there in the end of the pack with an elemental. All right, 3 packs to go. I really hope there's a Sheoldred in here to give us some value. Otherwise, I'm not even sure if we're going to break $115. All right, we got ourselves a Geyser, a Kavu, a Barricade, a Sleeper, a Sky Knight, Runic, and then a Forest. And then Tatiana, Uncommon, Shadowrite Priest, followed by an Aether Channeler, an Elias, a Tobias, Savitri, Dragon Master, Mythic coming in. It's probably the second best hit we could get out of the Commander set, with a Yavimaya Coast and an Urborg in the back with a bird. All right, 2 packs to go, and then I'll run the MTG box analysis, and we'll kind of talk about kind of the state of the Dominaria set, how this box fared compared to what I paid for it, and all that. So, all right, Tribute, Yavimaya, Tidepool Turtle, Talia's Lookout, Sheoldred's Restoration, Cult Conscript, then a Plains. And we're going to see Tur Kennerud, another uncommon textured, Cruelty of Gix, Defiler of Dreams, coming in extended art, Najal the Stormrunner, Torwaki, Orca Siege Demon, Ohiba Caleria, and Jensen Cartholodian Druid Exile. So that's 4 commander cards, I think, in that one pack. That might have been 5. That was a little ridiculous. All right, nonetheless, last pack to go. Give us a miracle. All right, Idyllic Beachfront, Shadow Prophecy, Captain's Call, Jaya's Fire NATO, Choking Miasma, Slimefoot Survey, and a Forest. And then we're going to see Joda the Unifier coming in textured foil. So this is going to be a pretty decent hit at just over $19. Then we're going to see a Quirion Beastcaller, followed by another Quirion Beastcaller, this time in extended art. And then Garna, Bloodfist of Keld, Ramirez again, Aisha again, Ivy, Gleeful Spell Thief, and our last card is going to be a Historian's Boon. All right, so none of the big hits from the main set except for Joda, but we did get ourselves a Lost Legends, a Plaza of Heroes, and a Phyrexian Ajani. So I'll be right back with the MTG box analysis. Well, I don't know about you, but that didn't feel like a great box to me. Now, since we've already gone through Dominaria United many times, let's jump right into the observed distribution of this box. This chart shows the non-foils we saw in green, the foils we saw in orange, and the set in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, this box contains 6 showcase, 2 borderless, 1 Phyrexian, 12 textured foils, and 10 extended art cards. In the foil space, we saw a huge variance in cards from the primary colors of Magic, with only 7 green cards and 16 blue cards. We also saw 16 showcase, 1 borderless, and 5 extended art foils in the box. Within the Commander subset, we saw 15 non-foil multicolor cards along with 12 etched foils and 2 extended arts. Our box topper is the only multicolor foil that we saw in the box, and 2 of our foil extended art cards in these 12 packs were from the Commander series. Pivoting back to the main set and over into coverage, in this box we saw 31 unique non-foil cards from the Dominaria United set, which accounts for about 22% of the 141 cards we're eligible to see. In the foil space, we saw 108 unique cards, giving us 30% of the 366 cards we're eligible to see. Our highest coverage from the 5 primary colors was in blue, with 42% of the set making an appearance in this box. For the Commander subset, we saw 24 unique non-foils, which accounts for about 36% of the 66 cards we're eligible to see. In the foil space, we covered 8% of the extended art cards. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, from the main Dominaria United set, we saw 9 uncommons in non-foil, giving us 20% coverage, 18 rares for 24% coverage, and 4 mythics for 15% coverage. In the foil space, we covered 45% of the commons, 36% of the uncommons, we saw 19 rares for 16% coverage, and 3 mythics for 8% coverage. Continuing with coverage by rarity, but pivoting to the Commander subset, we saw 8 of the 10 uncommons, 13 of the 42 rares, and 3 of the 14 mythics in non-foil. In foil, we saw 2 rares and 1 mythic. In total, this collector booster box contained 52 rares and 11 mythics. This box contained 181 cards if you include the box topper. From the Dominaria United main set, we saw 7 cards repeated 9 times. However, duplication of the stained glass lands is expected because there's only 5 basic lands and 12 packs in the box. Still, this does mean that 6% of the Dominaria United cards were duplicates. In the Commander space, we saw 32 total cards, and of these, 5 were repeated twice, which means that our duplication rate was 16% among the Commander cards. Now let's take a look at the value of the cards from the 2 sets. Currently, there are 22 cards valued over $10, 21 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 78 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 352 cards are valued less than $1. Now let's expand the value of the set over the last 4 weeks. This chart shows all the cards by dollar category from the Dominaria United set, as well as the Commander cards that you're eligible to pull in a pack. As you can see, the overall value of the cards hasn't moved too much and has only dropped by a total of $24.45 over the last 30 days or so. However, the value of the cards in the greater than $10 category has increased by almost $18 in the exact same time period. Let's now take a look at the value that we saw in this box, starting off with the non-foil space. We saw 3 hits valued over $10 in this box, including the extended art Plaza of Heroes, valued at $10.26, the Phyrexian Ajani Sleeper Agent, valued at $13.97, and the textured foil Joda the Unifier, valued at $19.01. We only saw 1 card valued between $5 and $10, but we did see 16 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 40 non-foils in the box were all valued under $1. And here's a look at the value that we saw in this box in the foil space. We only saw 1 card valued over $10, and it was the Showcase Joda the Unifier, valued at $12.79. We did see 2 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 21 foils valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 96 foils in the box were all valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box during pre-order season through a Patreon agreement for $245.75, not including tax. Today we opened up 12 packs with 15 cards each, seeing a total of 180 cards plus our box topper. The 12 tokens have a combined value of $8.81. From the Commander set, we saw $17.84 in value from the 29 non-foils and $5.39 from the 3 foils, including our box topper. From the Dominaria United main set, the 31 non-foils have a combined value of $83.87, and the 117 foils have a total value of $93.62. Add in our Lost Legend, the Juxtapose, valued at $24.89, and we end up with a grand total of $234.42, which is a small loss of $11.33 for this box. This means that we only saw 95% of the box price being returned in card value. For those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. 26 of the 181 cards in the box are currently valued over $2 and have a combined value of $150.05. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do something amazing.